What's good, YouTube? Good morning. It is Sunday, the start of a new week, and we have a busy week, not gonna lie. But it's also a trading week, which is also really good. And today, speaking of though, before we take a look at the charts, we got some errands we gotta run. Get my hair braided, do a little DoorDash, and get the charts ready for the start of the week. So let's go do that.
Hey, yo, Miles. I think it's time for testimony service.
Doors, pulling up in foreign car.
As a matter of fact, if you're listening to this, I need you to put your hands in the air.
It's really quiet on Sundays. There's nobody's getting up early, especially in college. So it's just like nobody here. Or people go home for the weekend. That's another one. I went away to school, so there is no chance of me going home every weekend. That would cost a lot of money to fly all the way home. But Wisconsin is beautiful, I can tell you that. I love living here during the school year. It's really pretty during the first few months of school. One, because they get a lot of rain here and everything is green. I mean, everything is green. But during the winter time, it does get really cold. But I would say I've gotten used to it to some degree. 1 second. That person was loud. Well, that car was loud. But I'd say I've gotten used to it to some degree. But yeah, really gorgeous. I mean, look at that. You can't complain with that, man.
And you'll be hitting where you're aiming. But it's impact over entertainment. Really couldn't keep a 9 to 5, but I tried. 2019 was the year I got fired.
All right, braids done. Looking fly, looking clean. Now we got to go and do some DoorDash. Then we're gonna rock a little store run. And then it's time to sit down for the charts to get ready for the week. So let's hit it.
If you asking me, can't say I was surprised. And my boss put me a seat, looked me dead in my eyes. Said, maybe now your little rap career could get started. 4 years later, man, I guess he was a prophet. But it only took a week for everything to get poppin'. And I got receipts, you could pull up my content. 4 shows a week, we was all over the country.
All right, so we're at our hotspot area for DoorDash. And I'm thinking, man, the braids came out so nice. Oh, looks like we just got an order. Like I was saying, I just picked out that order, but I do DoorDash because, one, I'm a college student too. The money I make when I go back home from my summer job, I like to keep that and use that as like an emergency fund. And any money that I like to spend or want to spend here at school, I pay for that through DoorDash. So, it's just a way that I'm able to save money and also make some money on the side while I'm trading. So, let's go deliver this and keep doing it.
Headed to the top of the hill, I won't plummet. Look at all this motion we made with no budget. Comment on my post, but they taking the glow from me. I am who he said I am, even with no money. I had wifey quit her job, cause baby, we go hunting. She took a chance on her man, I guess she saw something. Now we just getting started. More than an artist, actor, rapper.
Alright, we just finished some DoorDash. Did about 2.5 hours and came out with about $50, so that's good. And now it's time to get some food. So I'm at Hy-Vee and I want some Chinese food. So I'm gonna get one of those Chinese bowls, and it's like almost like a like a hibachi type, so I get to pick and choose what I want in it. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right now, and it's gonna be gas.
You know that he play calling. Born for this moment, this ain't no prank calling. Like if I could be real, like these past 4 years, each year has been so good. I get nervous going into the next year because it's like,
Yeah, this thing is like the best thing at Hy-Vee. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And these bowls are really, really big for only $10. It is so worth it. So worth it. I'm about to grub, and then we are gonna go back to the dorms and look at the charts, get set up for the week, and do some studying probably for the week ahead for school. Holy crap, that was so good. Now I'm gonna head back to the dorms, and we'll take a look at the charts and also just get prepared for the week. Mentally prepare and focus on us. Spend some time reading our Bible, spending time with God, and then hyping ourselves up because it's a brand new week. All right, we have officially made it back to the dorms, and I'm going to chill out on my bed for a little bit because I've been working for a couple hours now, and we've got about 2 hours until market opens. 3:08 right now, so I will do a market update, what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for the week, in about probably a half hour or so, just to get my mind right, look at the charts, and explain it from there. But till then. Alrighty, YouTube, we are back in the dorm, and it is time for us to do our daily markup, or our weekly markup, for our outlook for the week on what we're looking for. Market opens in approximately 25 minutes, so let's get on with it. Okay, we're looking at 2 pairs right now for sure, but possibly 4. Mainly gold and UJ. For gold, let's just look at the weekly. Start off, we are incredibly bullish. This is, you know, the market structure we got going on right now for UJ. I'll pull this out. I mean, not UJ, I'm sorry, gold. Yeah, market structure, completely bullish on the weekly. Do the same thing here for the daily. And it looked like for a while here we consolidated right here until we eventually broke up. Now we made that higher high and broke through our next structure level. So we're looking on the 4 hour here, also bullish. We got all 3 time frames bullish. If you don't know already, I'm a swing trader. It means I'm holding my positions a lot longer than most people. Usually I'm holding a position anywhere between 1 day to about 7 days. One day to a week, roughly. So we're gonna be looking here for the 4 hour to eventually just, well, first off, let me mark this out first. Price action was doing this. We were going down here, and we eventually broke structure heading to the upside. Now we're here. This is the exact market structure that we literally have right now. I can literally just drag and plug it right back, right? That's the market structure we've got. So now what we're looking for is to have a retracement here, retest, and we want to see price do this on the 4 hour. Literally just consolidate, and then to eventually break this consolidation and head to the upside. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna target probably a 1 to 3, just like normal. Stops below the most relative point, which would be here. Targeting a 1 to 3, which would be that roughly 27.20 mark. So that's the outlook for gold this week. Same thing for UJ, right? Except UJ is completely the other way. UJ is completely bearish right now on the weekly, the daily. I'm sorry, no, just the weekly. Backtrack. My bad. UJ is completely bearish. Obviously, take market structure here. Price goes down, price goes up, price goes down, price goes up, price goes down, price is now up, right? If I draw this over here, this is literally
our price action for UJ right now as we speak. Drop down to the daily, same thing, you know. They got a mess here. There we go. Price hit our level at 140.00. Broke this structure here. Now we're going up. So now on the daily, we're bullish. This is our market structure for the daily, just like this. See that? Broke structure right here, right? Broke structure, retested, kept going. So now bullish on the daily, and on the 4 hour, we are also bullish. But, well, let me do my market structure first. 4 hour, also bullish. Went back bearish here, but now we've closed above. And this is what we see on the 4 hour. Okay. What I'm thinking, right? The weekly, we have the most perfect retracement ever for these past 3 weeks. Came down, both these candlesticks right here. This candle right here and this candle here are both bearish candles. And obviously this candle is a blue candle or a bullish candle, meaning the perfect retracement. So it could definitely, UJ, I can see UJ either on the daily or the 4 hour do this. And then break to the downside. Granted, we have the daily and the 4 hour both in sync here, so I could easily also see UJ coming up like it's doing right now, and just keep making higher highs and higher lows through this, breaking here our resistance level, and then retesting, and then continuing up. So for the most part, what we're going to be doing with UJ is literally sitting on our hands until it gives us a clear sign that it wants to do whatever it wants to do, either go up or go down. So we're just going to sit here and wait. The reason I say that UJ has the chance to continue to go down is because look at this level right here. So this is the level we are currently at right here. If we look in the past, we know that the market is literally a bunch of patterns, meaning whenever price gets to a certain area, one of two things will happen. It'll either break past that area and start doing something new, which would be like breaking above and then retesting and going on. Or if we look in the past, usually whatever market did in the past at that area, we know there's a good chance of it happening again. So right now, we are below our said level. If we look over, right here, when we're below, we're selling. When we're below, we're selling. Below, this one just went straight through, but we've got two areas in the past where every time we came up to our level, we sold off. We broke through our level, came back to it, went through it, retested it, and then sold back off again. So I think there's a high chance that we retest this level like we just did and sell off again, and then market will decide if it wants to consolidate here and then shoot up to continue making higher highs, or if it wants to consolidate here, then break through said level here to keep going lower. So that is our outlook for the week. That's what we've got going on, and I will see you when we're getting ready to get in the trade. Till then. All right, fam, take a look. So on the daily, right? Let me just use this as a tool. Boop. On the daily, we're in a bearish trend. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we break structure. That goes bullish, and then we come back down and break structure again. Then we have a lower low, lower high, lower low. Then this structure right here is broken. So now the daily is bullish right now. But if you look on the weekly, let me get out of this. The weekly, you can clearly see that this is a higher low, and now this is making our lower high right here for the weekly. But the daily is bullish. The weekly is bearish. And right now, the 4 hour is also bearish because this high was broken. We're waiting for the 4 hour to do this. Consolidate, then breaking of this structure and closing here. Breaking of this consolidation box right here, right, would be a break of structure. Because right there on this candle, on specifically this candle right here, created another higher high. So the break of this structure right here would be a break of structure, and price would be bearish on the 4 hour, giving us our sell. What's up, YouTube? It is 11:14 p.m. right now, and I'm about to go to bed. So I'm gonna give a little market update before that. So looking at the daily on USD JPY, we can see that price decided it wanted to continue to the upside. Completely fine. We adjust and we keep going. All right, so now what we are currently waiting on is for price to break our resistance area like this. For price to break our resistance area, then retest, and then continue to the upside. So this is what we're waiting on between, really ideally, this next candlestick, not necessarily this one. This is, I want a clean break. I don't want a break that's this little. So I'd wait for another push up for a cleaner break, then our retest for us to enter and take this position to the upside. So until then, I will likely see you guys in the morning. Likely no trade happening anytime between now and 8 a.m. for sure. But if it does happen between now and then, you will see me. Whether that's at 5 in the morning or if that's 9 in the morning after class. So until then, good night. What's good, YouTube? Good morning. It is now Monday. I have class in approximately 50 minutes. So let's get ready for the day. But before that, let's show you my favorite part about my room. Is me being able to wake up to the sunrise, which is so nice. I mean, it looks beautiful every morning. Wisconsin is really nice up there, sunsets and sunrises. So, but yeah, I've got one class today, only at 8 a.m. Holy moly, English is hard. And then we'll take it from there. So I will see you in a second. All right, we are all dressed and ready for class. But before class, give a little market update. We did not hop in a trade last night. Let's see. Price continued to go up like we thought it would. Came back down in the middle of the night now. Created this big bearish engulfing candlestick. This one. And broke all this structure. So now all we're waiting on is for price to retest this level of support and resistance, close outside of our box, and then we'll take a trade. But it has to close on the 4 hour, so it's going to take a little while. So now we're expecting for a trade to happen probably middle of the day. And if not, then we just keep sitting on our hands and being patient. Let's go to class. It's starting to get much colder outside now. It's currently 45 degrees this morning. Wintertime's coming, but it won't be here for another, I'd say a full month before we see snow, but doesn't mean the temperature won't start dropping. We've got a little bit of a busy day, not too hectic.
I've got obviously this class right now, which is Bio 214. Got that made to 850, and then after that I've got to do some package audit stuff because I'm an RA. So I have to go work and do that kind of stuff. Then I've got PT, and after PT I've got practice. And then after practice we've got Athletes in Action today, which is a Bible study for athletes on campus. So pretty sure I'm holding one of the Bible study groups today. So that's the day. Let's tackle it head first.
A man after their own heart of the only God, shrouded in so much armor he had to throw it off. My protection is in the resurrection. X the next of these giants and next them to the essence. Demons want to put weapons in our intestines without no acquiescence. The day of Yah's return is clandestine. Stay in my confession with the scripture present. Ain't on the Bible. Only mark I'm taking I already took. Elohim mark my name down in the holy book. Hanging with Christ.
So now I'm out of class and I have to do package audit stuff. And this takes me about a couple hours, so I'm gonna do that now. And yeah, cue the time lapse.
So we don't need it, no. I'm not buying. We don't wanna know. Pack it up and keep it moving on. Babylon the great, me know you're desolate. Doomed for destruction, we cannot affiliate. For me to live is Christ, I am unashamed. For me to die is gain, do not resuscitate.
All right, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. I just got out of PT. I forgot to film me going to PT, but that's besides the point. I'll do a little trade update in the car. We actually just got into the trade right now, probably about 2 minutes ago. So, have a good one, guys. I'll go ahead and do a little trade update in the car. So, give me a sec. All right, let's take a look at the charts real quick. Let's go to TradingView. All right, so we're on USD JPY. We hopped in our trade. Price, I explained earlier, decided it wanted to come up in here, then reject off of our top right here. Came down, and I was waiting for it to break our structure here, which is this area right here that the arrow's at, which it broke on this big candle right here. This is perfect. So I just waited for a little rejection right here, which is this little wick right there. And then I waited for price to close outside of our consolidation box on the 30-minute, which we can see right here. That's exactly what happened. Closed outside, and I entered off of this candle. So my stop loss is now above the last high on the 4-hour, which is up here. So if price breaks up here, I know that my trade was completely wrong. And then we're targeting a daily, whoa, get out of that, a daily level, which is right here. These lows right here is what I'm targeting on the daily. This is my take profit 1. If price gets here, I'll consider closing. And then the 4-hour, I could possibly have a take profit right here. So our total risk to reward is about 2.67, and I'm risking 2%. So times that, 2.67 times 2, it's roughly almost 6% on the account, which is really, really good. So we will see how this plays out, and we will just play it by ear. Now we set and forget and don't think too much of the trade. We're gonna go on about our day. I have to go to the main doctor's office headquarters to get a doctor's slip for the athletic trainers, so they'll allow me to throw. Yeah, so let's go do that. All right, so we're back. We went to the store, got some other things that we needed. We also got the paper that we needed from the doctor's office. Now we have to finish up our desk shift because we did have to leave early for PT. And then we also are just gonna chill out until it's time to go to practice at 3:30. So until then, I'll probably do a market update sometime between now and before I go to practice. But as of right now, pretty sure it's going well. So we shall see and keep this going. All right, it's time to do our little market update before I head to practice. Got practice in about an hour. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Trade is still going good. Right now we're in a little bit of drawdown. So price is looking like it's just retesting this area right here, specifically this area right here. It's gonna retest this, and then we should just get another push down to the downside and push down to fill this wick here. That's what I'm expecting between now and London session tomorrow morning, and I guess we should just see. We already put on our wrist. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't help our trade in any way, so it's just a matter of setting and forgetting and going about our day. So let's go to practice and then go to Athletes in Action later tonight. Just got out of practice. Pretty solid practice today. Some outfield work. Also did a lot of PT for my shoulder. Then fed some balls for the infielders today because I still can't swing, but it was a pretty good day. And now it is currently 5:36 p.m. and I'm gonna go back, take a quick shower, also get something to eat, and then we got Athletes in Action at 7. So the busy day continues.
I'd say a pretty successful study, yeah. I'd say so.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm back in the room now. Bible study went really good. We talked about not idolizing our game, which is like, for example, our game, like our sport. So for me, it's baseball. Not idolizing it and putting that over my relationship with God. Whereas like making sure that throughout my game, I'm remembering I'm not playing this game for me. I'm playing it to please God with the talents that He's given me. So honestly, it was a really, really good Bible study, and the sermon that was being taught to us there was a really good sermon. And yeah, it was really, really good. It opened my eyes to a lot of things, and now I have to take that and apply that to my life. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. But in terms of chart work, right now, trade is not going good. But it's okay because I've looked and what I think market's doing. So this candle, this green candle right now, I changed the color so it's easier for you guys to see. This green candlestick, specifically this one right here, right, is the one that just opened when market opened like 4 or 5 hours ago. When market reopened, this is that candlestick that's being formed. This is a daily candle. And I think this daily candle is literally just making its upper wick, and then it's going to continue to sell off. Because within the last 20 minutes, this green candle was the same size as this one, and now it's pushing. I think it's making its higher wick. It's going to retest, I think, this gray box right here that I've got lined up. And that is a round psychological number. So we know that that's where the banks and hedge funds, people with a lot of money, they like to trade off of these numbers, these whole numbers. So I'm pretty sure it's going to come up to this level, retest it, and then eventually we'll get our trickle back down and finally start our sell. So it's going to be a rough night. I'm going to sleep. I'm not staying up. You know, whatever happens in the trade happens in the trade. I've already accepted the risk, and we're just playing it by ear. Just continue to set and forget, and we'll check on it in the morning. But this is going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to do some studying and then get ready for the morning because I've got early morning lifts. And so I have to get up at 6:30 tomorrow. Well, more like 6:20 to make sure I'm there for 7:15 for lifts. So
until I see you in the morning, good night.
Good morning, YouTube. We got the notification that we got stopped out. It's unfortunate. Price actually did the opposite of what we said it was going to do. And now it's looking like it wants to go for a buy position. So we officially only have one trade left on our funded account before it's blown. And then we have to try again and buy another one. So let's hope this buy position comes out well and gets us a little bit out of drawdown so we can breathe a little bit and then take another trade after that, hopefully, to get fully out of drawdown. But if I delete this one, take this out. Stick this like right here, right? Stop loss about there. Have that up. Go to the 4 hour. This gives us a 1 to 5 risk to reward. So we could make roughly 8% and get completely out of drawdown if this next trade would go all the way to take profit. So we're just gonna wait on this and hopefully it goes well. Formally, good morning, YouTube. We're on our way to Lyft in the morning. We gotta be at Lyft in 15 minutes. And yeah, no exams today, thank God. But do have 2 classes. And then we've got practice later. So we're just going through the day, waking up. But I slept well, so that's okay. Besides waking up this morning and seeing we took a loss in the account, that did hurt, I'm not gonna lie. This loss is a little painful, but well, we're still living, so it's not the end of the world. But it hurts, you know, when you have an account and you've passed the account to be able to make money on it, and then you're on the verge of losing it when you've put, you know, roughly 2 months into it. So it's all good. We'll get through it.
Yeah, give me a call to make your ways. I got time, so I give you the time and day. I got breath, so you know that she here to stay. Make a tape, cause you know I don't like today. Hear me out, give me a call to make your ways. I got time.
Had an amazing lift, honestly. It's now clearly nice and bright out. And now we gotta head back and get ready for class, which starts at 9:30 for me. Let's turn that off. Starts at 9:30. And we've got biomechanics and communications today. So it's a relatively light day. Won't be too bad for class. I was doing some thinking with the trades that I had, and I remember saying earlier this morning that I only have 1 trade left before my account is blown. But that's only if I risk 2%, right? Which is what I do every trade. I risk 2%. What if I decided if I wanted to risk 0.5% of the account, now that ups my trades to 4 trades. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Especially since I've worked so hard to get to this account, I'd rather risk less than get a little snowball going and preserve the account rather than having to buy a new one. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll journal it, talk, and do more explaining about it later. But I think that's what I'm gonna do for now, is risk 0.5% of the account.
in the hopes that I'll have more trades to work with, which is true. So that's the plan, and we'll just go from there. What's up, YouTube? It's been a while since I recorded, as you can see. It's nighttime. I think the last time I recorded, I was either at lifts or something else. Why am I liking the screen? But anyways, we had a long day. Had our 2 classes today, biomechanics and communications. Bro, stop liking. And then after that we had practice. So practice went well. Played in the scrimmage today. I played well. And now we are wrapping up the day with studying. Got a Bio 214 quiz for lab tomorrow. And that we need to do good on. It's only 6 questions, but still, we're in the beginning of the year, and every single point counts in the beginning of the year because it can help you later on down the road. Then after that, tomorrow is our heavy class day. We don't have practice, but it is our heavy class day. We got 3, and we're in class from 8 a.m. to 4:45. Then after that, we've got RA training. Well, not training, RA meeting. And then we got to study for our biomechanics exam on Thursday. So, in terms of trading, I'll explain that right now. So as you know, took a fat loss last night on UJ. But, of course, good old UJ stops us out, right? Stops us out up here, then starts to break down. So I sold off. I actually hopped in a position for a little bit and closed out right at the wick to gain some of our profits back. Not a whole lot. We're risking 0.5% again, like I said I was going to. So, in the meantime, we are waiting on is a little bit of a pullback from market structure to then shift on the 30-minute and give us a bearish engulfing candlestick, letting us know that it's going to go down to the downside. We will then hop in a trade there because now, originally, the daily was bullish, right? The 4-hour was bullish, but now we can see that the 4-hour has shifted bearish because we've closed underneath here. So now all we're waiting on is a little bit of a pullback up into this level here, and then for us to sell off, because now we have 2 time frames in seek: the 4 hours, which is the 4-hour, which is now bearish, and the weekly, which has been bearish. So that means we're going to go with the trend of the market, which means it's going to go down. In theory, it should go down. So that's what we're waiting on. I am definitely expecting to hop in a trade here between midnight and 5 a.m. So we will be setting our alarms and waking up every here and there to check on the charts. And when I do enter a trade, high probability that I enter a trade, probably I'd say 80 to 90% chance I enter tonight. And hope that we wake up in profits, making back some of the money we lost. But we shall see. Until then, I'm gonna get back to studying, shower, and then go to bed. So, good night.
Good morning. I hope you all slept well. I slept well. Today is my longest class day. I'm in class from 8 a.m. until 4:45. So it's gonna be rough. The good thing is though, after this long class day, I don't have practice. So I can go back to the room and just chill out. But I have to study for an exam tomorrow. So I won't be doing much chilling out, but got a lab exam today, so I'm pretty confident in that. It'll go well. In terms of the trade, I'm a little upset, but not too upset because 1, it's just a trade, and 2, it just feels like the market's toying with me. I'm not upset that I lost the trade. You're gonna lose more in trading than you're gonna win, but your winners are just gonna be bigger than the losses. but the market, like, it took me out an hour and a half. So like it's like it waited for me to enter and then decided to go in the other direction. So I need to sit down and figure out why whenever I enter the market does this. It's all part of the learning process. It's gonna take time. I know this. I'm only 6 months in. Well, more like 7 or 8 months now. And most people don't see results in trading until after 2 years. So the fact I'm this far speaks volumes. So let's go to class. What's good, YouTube? It's I just got out of my classes. So I had Bio 214 lecture, and then I also had Bio 214 lab. Both went good. I had my lab quiz today, and I think it went well. Pretty positive on it. I did really good on my last exam for that last week. I got a 5 out of 6, but who would have known that one question wrong will put you at a 75% for that quiz, which is kind of crazy in my opinion, but it's not the end of the world because those quizzes are only worth 5% of my grade, so I'm not worried about it at all in the slightest. I just have to make sure I do good on my actual lecture exam next week. Back with the liking. Lecture exam next week. Because those are worth, I think it's either 35 or 50% of my grade, one or the other. So those are the ones that are really important. So now I'm gonna go back to the room and chill out until 2 o'clock because that's when I have psychology, and I'll be in that class until 4:45. So I'm not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. The other thing is I did some thinking with trading. I'm gonna end up buying a new funded account when I get back to the room because the likelihood of me bringing up the funded on where it's at right now, I'm 2 trades away from losing it. 2 75% scaled down trades. So I'm risking a lot less. It would take a lot longer. And it's not as likely for me to pass it, or to, not to pass it, it's already passed, to bring it back up. So I'm gonna buy another account, especially since the funding website is having a major sale going on right now, so it's not gonna cost me nearly as much as it normally would. So I think it's worth it in the end, especially since if I pass it, this new account, I'll have 2 fundeds if I pass this one, because I'll be taking the same trades on the new one I just bought, or about to buy, and the one I'm on right now. So by that time, it'll be roughly the same. So if I start winning some trades, it'll play out, and then I'll have 2 fundeds. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I will see you at the room. Good morning, YouTube. I hope you all slept well. I slept pretty good. Now I'm on my way to morning lifts again. Not as busy of a day today. Just have lifts. A biomechanics exam, and then communications. Then we have practice and get to chill out for the day. Yo, YouTube. I just got out of my biokinematics exam, and well, first off, lift went really well. It was a light day today. Gabe gave us the kind of like day off, I guess you would say. So we just had some sprints and a lot of feel-good lifts. So low weight, medium reps, some jump stuff, and yeah. Then after that, I came back, did a little bit of studying for my kinematics exam, and honestly, that exam went so good. Class started at 9:30. I walked out at 10:15, and it was a 75-point exam. And honestly, I'm expecting, like right now, maybe 5 points off, if that. Like, I definitely killed that exam. Everything besides like maybe 1 or 2 questions, I didn't know the answer like right out the gate, or I couldn't remember like the units for something, but for the most part, everything was really, really smooth. And yeah, I'm excited to see what grade I get back for that. Now, I'm gonna go get some Hilltop right now. I'm gonna go eat. Then I'm going to write an essay that's due at the beginning of class for my 2 o'clock class. So that's what we got going on. And then after that, we got practice. So until then. All right, little trade update. So last night, I marked up 2 pairs and I decided to take one of them. They're both going well, but one is already at take profit. I mean, like, load. It's a 1 to 4 too. So like, I would have made back all, well, not all, but a good portion of my drawdown would have been taken out by this trade. But we did get an EJ, so this is going well so far. Looking at the 4 hour, it's going pretty good. I'm thinking by tomorrow we'll be reaching these highs, and that'll be a good 1 to 2.4. So I'll make like $200 off this trade, which will still help me out a ton. But I'm just a little upset that I didn't hop in GJ as well. I mean GU as well, because that would have helped me out a ton in my funded. But matter of fact, I'm actually curious to see how much I would have made. 1 second. So I would have made another $235 off this trade. So I'd be floating, like, literally right now I'd be floating like 220 something ish, because it's literally right at take profit. I would just take it right there. But hey, it's part of trading. It happens. I'm just happy that the trade that I'm in right now is still going well. Had a really close scare though. It nearly wicked us out last night. Like this morning, like nearly, talking like 3 pips right there. Nearly wicked us out, but it completely reversed, and now it's finally heading up to the upside. The market had to take a little breath. That's what it looks like. If you look over here, come and breathe, up and breathe. Now we're going up again. So I'm thinking we reach these highs by the end of the day here. So we shall see what the market has in for us, and hopefully, you know, we get the full 1 to 4 by tomorrow. But if not, hey, completely cool. We'll take our profits where we're at. So now I've got to write this essay for my class that's at 2 o'clock, so I'll tap on it. What's up, YouTube? I'm done with practice, and now I'm helping Dykes with fireman training. Let's do a little trade update. It's going really good. Okay, prices absolutely destroying right now. Finally broke above this daily EMA. Either daily's gonna keep pushing hard, or it's gonna come back down and make a bottom wick. The fact that it's just taking off right now is kind of scaring me. Depending on what it does, I may take out my profit by tonight. So we'll see. But right now we're doing good. We're about a 1 to 5. So we shall see. What's good, YouTube? All right, we're done with that now. We're helping out Dykes with the Fire Academy. So now I get to finally go home. Oh, man. So I'm sitting there doing homework, and I decided to check the trade, and we went up from being 0.45% in profit to now 0.10. So we came up to our TP1, and then price decided on this next 4-hour candle break to just absolutely go to the downside. But it's okay. I honestly think it needed to happen, because if we look on the 1 hour, we needed to fill this gap. Like, absolutely needed to. We were just shooting up. It has to come down to breathe. Prices start to reject and then continue to the upside. And I was talking to Desmond about it, which is he's my mentor, and he was like, you're like looking to see like, oh, price in the past right now, right? Over here, came up to this area and just rejected. But you got to remember, you were looking at that when price was in a downtrend.
So he just said, look when price was in an uptrend in this area and see what it did. So we take exactly where we entered, right there, this line right here. I drew it across. That's where we entered. This is our TP1 and our TP, our full TP, right? We scroll over to where this happened. Look exactly what happened. This is where we entered, right here, this black line. We hit our TP1, came up consolidated, dropped down, heavy to where we are right now. Price went back up, smashed our TP. This is in an uptrend, right? This is exactly an uptrend, exactly what we're in right now. So all we have to do is just set and forget and see how it goes. I've moved stops to break even, so no matter what happens on this trade, I can't lose anything. So we're just gonna see, and hopefully market does what it does in the past, which it usually does. So we shall see and wake up in the morning and decide from there. Till then, I'm gonna do a little more homework and then get ready for bed. I got one class tomorrow, and we are done until 2 o'clock. And then we're gonna do some DoorDash from 2 to 8 p.m. Make a little money. And then spend some time with the girlfriend and chill out for the night. It's been a good week. I will see you in the morning.
Good morning, YouTube. Well, it was really close to being a really good trade. Well, I mean, it was a good trade. I'm glad I moved my stops to break even, but like, there was no news, just all JPY pairs tanked. Let's take a look. Yeah, 10 pips from TP, man. Literally 10 pips from TP, and then on the opening of a candle, it just absolutely tanks. So it tanked over 300 pips. There's literally nothing I can do about that. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I'm not upset, right? Because I followed my rules. I did everything that I was supposed to do in that trade. I'm not just supposed to take my trade, you know, when it's close to my take profit. Mind you, I was asleep, so there's nothing I can do about it happening at 4 in the morning. I'm not just gonna wake up at 4 in the morning to check my phone, but yeah. Let's start the day. So I had to do some digging for a second on why that could have possibly happened. So the yen had been stronger for, oh man, the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The yen has been stronger than the US dollar and any dollar for the most part. Then it started getting weaker again like normal, which is what happened. That's why we started going up. For last night, they announced a new prime minister. The yen got stronger for 3 minutes. That candlestick happened in 3 minutes. Yeah. Man, trading isn't for the weak, bro. Alright, so I know some of you guys are thinking, Babs, bro, you were up at TP1 $115. Why didn't you take that before you went to sleep? One, I explained it to you guys, like, looking in the past, right? Seeing when we were in an uptrend, what market did. Came down a little bit, then went to full TP. What did it do? It came down a little bit, then it almost went to full TP. And why didn't it? Well, they got the new prime minister, right? So, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. All JPY pairs went down. There wasn't news saying that there was a prime minister being announced and that could affect news at that time. So I had no reason to take out my trade. Secondly, the rules in trading, right? As a trader, all you have are your rules. Trading is discipline. If I were to just pull my money or pull the trade, right, before it gets to TP, I would just be focusing on the money rather than that trade itself. on actually becoming a better trader. And since you only have your rules in trading, if you break your rules, there should be consequences for that. I didn't break my rules, so I'm not mad that the trade didn't play out, especially since it hit my break-even stop loss in 2 minutes. There's nothing I can do about that. It dropped over 300 pips in 2 minutes. There's nothing you can do about it. So we're gonna go on with our day. Go to our one class, do our one homework assignment, and come back for Sunday, right? Does it hurt? Yes. Does it sting? Yes. Do I think I'm any less of a trader because of that trade? No. Next week's gonna be a better week. We learned a lot this week. That is all that matters. You learn every single week. So, let's tackle the day, y'all. What's good, YouTube? We are getting ready to do DoorDash for a long time. I have DoorDash from 2 to 8 tonight reserved, so we feel like we've made enough money, or however much we want to make today. That's how long I'm gonna do it for. I'm expecting till at least dinner time. Get 3 hours in a DoorDash, so let's get at it. What up, y'all? So I just had a thought come to me. I was like, man, I've only been trading since March, you know, and I definitely don't know all the ins and outs of trading, right? Definitely don't. I still make mistakes. I still lose more than I would like to, but it's all part of the game, you know? Why are you beeping at me? It's all part of the game, you know? It's gonna take time. The fact that I passed and funded, right, shows that I have potential to make it in this industry, right? Granted, this week was definitely a losing week. In the past 2 weeks have been losing weeks, you know. And this week was losing. But the week before that, I had a 10% month. 10% month. And I was killing it. This was the worst trading month I've had ever, like, in my career. And I think that has a lot to do with the election coming up. So this is all a learning experience for me. Like, it's my first time trading during the election. And I can definitely say that if it's because of the election that my trades are failing, that I would not like to or want to trade during the next one. Because the setups I'm taking are good setups. They're my A+ setup. So I'm not breaking my trading plan, I should say that. Every trade that I've taken, I've been happy with how the trade has played out. Whether it's a win or a loss, because I followed my rules. So I'm glad you guys are here with me on this journey. It's been a pretty successful week. Right now I'm finishing the very last DoorDash order of the day. And it's been a week-long series where you guys got to see my daily life, ins and outs every day, from Sunday to Friday. And honestly, I think I'm gonna start doing daily uploads instead of weekly uploads or every other day, just because weekly episodes, it's kind of hard to remember what happened in what order. So I'd rather just upload it at the end of the day, you know. So I expect some more content coming in here very frequently, honestly. Whether that be my daily life, like what I'm doing that day, or the trades I'm taking that day, that's a fact. You always get a Sunday upload from me for the trades I'm looking at for the week. And then I'll constantly be filming and taking my trade, just like how you saw this week. And hopefully next week we get some better plays in the market, and the market stops acting funny and actually does do what it's supposed to do.
and we'll start to make some more progress here. But yeah, I will see you guys back at the dorms. All right, YouTube, I am done for the day. I finished DoorDash, and I went and got some of the food. I went to get something to eat. I got some Chick-fil-A. Now I'm heading back to the dorms to chill out, edit this video, and upload this thing tomorrow. And besides that, over the weekend, I've got nothing going on, man. It's time to relax and get my mind right and my charts right for Sunday to get ready for the week that's coming up. And yeah, that's about it for me. So in the meantime, make sure that if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on it and sub to the channel so that we can start building a community, which would be really, really cool. So yeah, remember that I love you, God loves you, and I will see you guys in the next one.